dear students. In the previous chapter, we learned about different properties of substances. Now today, we are going to learn a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, separation of substances. So last lesson we learned all the properties of substances. Now according to the properties, how to separate them. Whether we can separate them with the hands, whether we need some special techniques, whether we need some machineries, depending upon that or depending upon the quality of the substances, we can separate them. So, and what is the need of separation? Why should we separate things? Okay, all these things we will be learning in this chapter. So, before separation, we should again learn some basic concepts about substances. Substances mainly are of two types. They are pure substances and mixtures. Now, what are pure substances? Pure substances are made up of only one type of particles. Means if you break any pure substance, when you get you just break it, take particles from any side of that substance. All the particles will be similar. For example, if you break this chain, it is gold. So when you take a piece of gold, take pieces from this, and with the help of an expert, if you check the particles inside this different pieces which you took, all the pieces will have similar particles. So such things are called pure substances. Gold, silver, almost all the metals are pure substances. And if you take oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, all these elements we call, these are all pure substances. So if you take a cylinder of oxygen, and from different parts of the cylinder, if you take some samples and check, it will have only oxygen particles. Similarly, if you check hydrogen, all parts, one big cylinder of hydrogen you take, and from different, if the cylinder means you can collect different amount of hydrogen from various parts of the cylinder and check it, you will come to know that in all the samples of hydrogen, it has got only one type of particle. So such substances are called pure substances. Now what is a mixture? Mixture we are very much familiar. Best example of mixture is your chavanu. When you take a bowl of chavanu, some of you will start searching, right? What is your favorite part of the chavanu? Mixture. Chavanu is called mixture in English. It is a mixture. Okay. So what they do, the mixture contain, or your chavanu contains so many things. Groundnut will be there, pohua will be there, many things, save will be there. All these things will be there. Okay. So when you take and keep in your mouth one by one parts, some of them they take it as it is and they take. But if you take one by one and taste, you will get different taste. Yes or no? Yes, it will taste different. So from the taste itself, you will come to know that it is not made up of same particles. It is made up of different particles. Minimum two different particles. It may have so many particles, but minimum two or more particles are there in a substance. Then two or more different types of particles, not only particles. Two or more different types of particles are there in a substance, then it is called a mixture. What is it called? Mixture. So we learned about pure substances and mixture. Now if you take sand, it has got different types of particles. Now, if you take a piece of rock and take it to a laboratory and check it, it may have so many different types of particles. So many minerals will be there. If you go to a sea and take simple water also, if you take sea water, if you take, it has got salt and water. Okay. If you take our air as an example, one sample of air if you take, it has got oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust particle, all so many different things are there inside. So such things which contain two or more different types of particle, they are called mixtures. Okay. Now I told you, now when you take a mixture, we will get different particles. So the different particles or different substances present in a mixture are called its constituents. What is it called? Constituents. Constituents of a mixture are the various or different substances present in the mixture. For example, if you take Chavanu as an example, mixture as an example of mixture, it has got groundnut, it has got same, it has got maybe dry fruits also, some of them they put water, fafwa or whatever you use, puffed rice, what is it called, mumra. Okay, all these things are there inside. Okay, so these are all constituents. Now if you take air, just now we discussed, air has nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust particles. So all these are constituents of air. So what is constituent? Constituents are the different types of substances present in a mixture. Now let us see different types of mixtures. Now if you take mixtures, mixture can be in any form. It can be in solid form, it can be in liquid form, or it can be in gaseous form. So liquid can be obtained in any form. Sorry, the mixture can be obtained in any form, solid, liquid or gases. And sometimes we can even mix solid and liquid to make a mixture. Okay, so it can have any form. So solid mixtures example, if you take soil, rocks, it has got so many things inside. So that is an example of what? Solid mixtures. You might have seen mummy preparing tea at home. How does she prepare tea? What all things are added in tea? We need water, we need sugar, we need tea leaves, we need some of them they also put some spices or some masala powder and all they put. Also we need milk. So 4 to 5 items, 4 to 5 substances are needed to prepare tea. So tea is what? It is a mixture of many things. And gaseous state example is our air. Air contained, just now we discussed. Air is a mixture of gases. So mixtures can be in any form. It can be in solid form, liquid form and gaseous form. Many things that we use at home. If you eat chapati, chapati is a mixture. It has got wheat flour, salt, water, oil. Any food item, most of the food item that you eat is a mixture. If you just check around, you will get lots and lots of mixtures around you. Okay. Now if you look at all the mixtures, they also can be divided into two main parts again. Even if it is a solid mixture or liquid mixture or gaseous mixture, again they can be divided into two groups, that is homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Now what are homogeneous mixtures? Homogeneous means all the particles in that particular mixture or all the substances in the particular mixture will be uniformly distributed. For example, if mummy prepared tea, okay, and when she gives tea to everybody, no doubt if it is separately prepared, it will be different. But if in one tea means one or two glasses of tea prepared at the same time, if it is given to 2 or 3 people, you can take one spoon of tea from every cup of tea and taste it. Will it taste different or same? It will be naturally same. Sometimes if somebody doesn't want sugar, if not put sugar, that will be different case. But if you have prepared at the same time with same quantity of everything, then it will be same everywhere. Similarly, if you prepare lemon juice, one big glass of lemon juice is prepared. You take lemon juice from all parts. From top you take little bit, and then from the bottom you take. From any part of the glass, if you take lemon juice and taste, it will be same, or it will taste the same. What is the reason? In all parts of that mixture, the distribution of particle is uniform or same. But just now I told you, if you take that chavanu, which you call mixture, you take chavanu and eat. Will it taste same everywhere? Any particle that you keep, any constituent. What are the constituents? Just now we discussed. Any of them when you keep, it tastes different. Similarly, when mama prepares vegetables at home, sometimes they add 2-3 things in the food, and they make mixed vegetable. Okay. So sometimes a piece of potato will come to the mouth. Okay, it tastes different. Will you come to know it is potato or not? Of course, you will come to know, right? And if it something else is there, if it is an onion or a brinjal or any other piece come to your mouth, immediately you will come to know this is something different, because they are made up of different substances and they are not distributed uniformly. Okay, so such mixtures are called heterogeneous mixtures. So there are 2 types of mixtures: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Now in homogeneous mixtures, the constituents or the components are distributed uniformly. Example, air, salt solution is a homogeneous mixture, and juices are all homogeneous mixtures. And for heterogeneous mixtures, the components are distributed non-uniformly, or the components are not distributed uniformly. When mummy makes mixture at home, chavanu at home, if you like groundnut so much, she may put more groundnut. Okay. Anything, if you don't like groundnut, you want dry fruits to be kept in that, you can add that. Okay. So that way, depending upon our taste, we can make it. So, and each part, when you take, it will taste different. If you take a glass of milk, you take a glass of oil and another glass of water, mix them. Will they mix properly? Last chapter we learned they won't mix properly. So you will get it separately. From bottom you take, it will be water, and from top when you take, it will be oil. So they are called heterogeneous mixtures. They don't mix together. So from all parts, when you take different parts from bottom, top, sides and all, the particles will be different. So such mixtures are called heterogeneous mixtures. Now sometimes if you take a piece of rock, in a rock, some parts, some minerals will be more and somewhere it will be less. So these are all different types of mixtures, and these are the examples. Now when you look into the things that are seen around you, you can see so many heterogeneous mixtures and so many homogeneous mixtures around you. So it is very important that you observe the mixtures, see their properties. In some cases, you will be able to see the particles very clearly. For example, if you see this oil and water, you can see them separately. If you take that mixture, you can see all particles separately. But if you take lemon juice and if you search where is sugar, where is lemon, where is salt, where is water, will you be able to see them separately? You won't be able to see them separately. And if you want to separate them from a glass of lemon juice, when you try to separate sugar, salt, water and lemon juice, that you add, is it possible? Not possible. So homogeneous mixture separation, we need lots of work. Whereas heterogeneous, if your mama gives you a plate of mixture or chavanu, very easily you can separate all the constituents, right? So such properties of mixtures we need to learn. Depending upon the properties, we will decide how to separate them. Okay, so in the coming chapter we will be learning about all the properties of these substances, and depending upon the properties, how will we separate them? That is, different ways of separation of substances depending upon their properties. So you will need to recall or revise the properties of substances. So before the next chapter, try to revise all the properties which we learned in the last class, and using those properties, I will be asking you which property to use when substances are like this. Okay, so what are the properties that will help you to separate things? Which method should be used? All the methods of separations depend upon the property of the substances or the property of the mixtures or the property of the constituents in the mixture. That's all for today. Thank you.